morning, Soil Sisters. Today is Wednesday. It is Wednesday morning, y'all. Let me open these blinds so I can see. Oh, thought it was a chicken on top of the rabbit hutch. Today is Wednesday morning. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. I'm trying something new. I got two phones. So let's see how this work out. Tap to invite viewers. What? It's Facebook talking. Okay. I hope you're having an amazing morning. If you are catching the replay, hashtag replay. And as you enter the room, please show us some type of reaction. Grace and Fire. Hey, I thought about you the other day. I was like, I'm such a bad friend. I ain't texted my friend in a long time. I'm going to text you. I need to. Just because I want to say hello. I hope all is well with you all. It is nice and gloomy today. Overcast day, which is a blessing. I mean, it's not raining, but it's overcast. The waters, the flood update we'll do in a second. I think it's supposed to rain, which I know Savannah doesn't want to hear right now. But, you know, things are getting better, so we're not going to cry about the rain. Because we do need the rain, too. You know, it's always something. It's either too dry, too wet, too something. We don't want floods, but sometimes we got to take the hand that's dealt to us, right? And trust in God. And I love you, girl. Trust in God and keep it moving. Good morning, Tammy. So I have Facebook and YouTube here on two different devices. Do you eat corn on the cob? The long way. I eat it whatever way I can. Probably not the long way, the short way though. Whiskey. I hope you're having an amazing morning. I'm gonna make sure I pray for you extra hard today. So again, hashtag replay if you are catching the replay, and let us know what your weather look like. Good morning, Iowa. Hey, Shirley. Today we want to talk about what's good for the gut. That bug that's good for the gut. We have gotten lots of questions about the ginger bug. The ginger bug is not hard. It can be a little finicky when it wants to. So I'm not gonna say it's hard, but it's probably just it can go south real quick just because. And you know, it's only 3 ingredients, so what can make it go south so fast? Especially if it'll activate and then all of a sudden it's like it'll die. So what is a ginger bug? A ginger bug is a live starter culture that we make to be able to felt good in Knoxville the last 2 days good, to be able to make carbonated drinks. So it is similar to the mother for vinegar. By the way, I'm glad I said that because I got to remember my vinegar. Or the SCOBY for the kombucha. They are all similar. Not the same, but similar. You know, they are all live cultures. Or even the sourdough for sourdough starter. So it's all good for the gut. They create good bugs for the gut. Let me grab this apple cider vinegar. Let me tell y'all, one thing about these things, when you start them, set them somewhere you're going to not forget. If you can set a reminder so you don't forget that, hey, I got this sitting, that's what you need to do. Because I will forget, and it's sitting up here on the counter, but it's behind the KitchenAid, and I'll still forget that it's there. But the apple cider vinegar I started making, as you can see, it got a lot of bubbles in there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But it got a lot of bubbles in there at the top. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. I'll strain this when I get to my 2-week mark. But that is a mother. That need a mother. The kombucha we use a SCOBY for. And our ginger bug. I need to start my ginger bug over. Mine went south fast. Also went on vacation. So the thing is with the ginger bug is I say always call it one of those forgiving bugs that I neglect mines real bad. I may feed mines only when I'm making soda, which may be like once a month or so. And then I'm thinking, oh, I need to feed my bug. I hope it's not mad. They do be mad because when I open them, they overflow, but they still be active. So a lot of people ask me, can I use well water? Can I use all this other stuff? I use distilled water. I've never used anything other than distilled water. You can make your own distilled water. I do have videos of how you can make distilled water. You just buy a jug for like $1 of distilled water to make your bug. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I've never used any other kind of sweetener or sugar, like coconut, monk fruit, and all that stuff. I only use sugar, cane sugar, and organic ginger. I have used ginger that I purchased from the store. I made sure it was organic. I have used our own homegrown ginger, and I've never had a problem. My only problem is I need to remember to feed my bug. But, you know, has a bug just went south because I didn't feed it? No. So even when you washing your vessel, your container, hey Desiree, make sure you're using distilled water. I just pour a little bit of water in mine and swish it around and dump it out. Boil it, boil your jars for a good 10 minutes or so, just to make sure they are sterile, because any little thing can make it go south. I made root beer yesterday, so I'm working on a video. I'm just doing a short of making root beer. It smells like root beer. It's crazy. How do you start ginger to grow? So you can start ginger to grow from, what did I do with them? From this little growth. This is just a piece that I popped off the ginger that was growing. So what I normally do is I'll take a piece of ginger and I'll, instead of submerging it in soil all the way, I just set it on top of wet or damp soil. I keep my soil damp. I set it somewhere where it's warm, like outside. It would love outside right now. So you just set it on wet or damp soil and it'll start sprouting, which that's all this is, a little sprout. So it'll start sprouting. I don't cover it up. I just leave it exposed. I'll set it, we grow our ginger like up against the house so that, okay, Grace and Fire, thanks for coming in. We set it up against the house so we can protect it from the sun, because it doesn't like a whole lot of sun. Our ginger seems like it doesn't like a whole lot of sun, and it does not like a lot of water. So we want to control the water. Good morning. Good morning, Soil Family. So good to see y'all this morning. It's not still raining, but it looked like it's going to rain. The flood waters are, so let's pause for a minute and give an update about the flood. The flood waters are receding. Some roads are opening up. I saw what Mayor Johnson did announce. A lot of roads were opening, but it's just like one lane. So you got to be careful when passing these roads, because the water is receding, but it's still on the side. So don't just go flying up the road. Definitely pay attention to what's going on. Savannah has been really funny the last 2 weeks. Like the storm, we got through the storm pretty good, and then the floods. A lot of dams have broken and all this craziness. So it is supposed to rain today. It is nice and gloomy and comfortable out there, but so yeah, it is a point. So let me get my ginger bug so you can see that I should be. Let me grab Bruce, because Bruce was good the other day. So this is my ginger bug. This is Bruce. I call him Bruce. Hey, Don. It's too much ginger in here. So what I normally would do is strain some of this ginger off and, oh, thanks, babe. I was like, what's that? Bobby said, guys, take a minute and hit the thumbs up. We appreciate y'all. Yes, we appreciate that. So this is our ginger bug. My daughter works in Richmond Hill. Yeah, Richmond Hill is getting it bad. Ooh. So the water should be receding. Hooga! Good morning. North Carolina, love watching y'all. Always learn something. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. No, we don't have no room at our table for you to come and eat, Daniel. This is our ginger bug. Now, how I started my ginger bug was 3 tablespoons of chopped ginger. I didn't grate mine because I'm a little lazy. I ain't feel like grating it. I just roughly chopped my ginger. Roughly chopped ginger, 3 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of cane sugar, and 2 cups of distilled water. I mix it. I put a cloth over top of it, just like I do with my apple cider vinegar. I just put a cloth over top of it, and I set it on the counter. Every 24 hours, hey, Monica and Ziggy, every 24 hours, I will feed him only 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger and 1 tablespoon of sugar. That's it. Every 24 hours for about 5 days. With it being so warm right now, around day 3, you should see it starting to bubble. By day 5, when you feed them on day 5, you should be able to put a top on them and stick them in the refrigerator. How do you know there's too much ginger? So, if you don't make soda and you feed it every week like you're supposed to, eventually it's going to be a whole lot of ginger in there. You need liquid in here. So I got a lot of ginger. Like most of this is ginger. Let me see. Most of this is ginger. So I can take half of this ginger out, or I can take all of this ginger out, chop some more up, like 3 tablespoons, and I can chop up like 3 tablespoons of ginger and 3 tablespoons of sugar, put it in a jar with just the liquid. I take all this ginger out and just leave the liquid. Then I can start again and I have less ginger, but I got more space for liquid. So every time I take a cup of water out of here, because to 1 gallon of soda, I use 1 cup of my ginger bug. Every time I take a cup out of here, I should put distilled water in, 1 cup back in. When you put that 1 cup in, you want to go ahead and feed it. If you're changing out all of your, if you're taking out all of your ginger, you want to make sure you put ginger back in, sugar back in, and then you can always top it off with water. We take our ginger and feed it to the girls. This is not sweet at all. It don't taste good. It don't. So I don't even want to taste it. But it does not taste good to me. It tastes like flat ginger soda. That's all it tastes like. Like a flat, sour ginger soda. It doesn't have no sweetness to it. And I put a lot of sugar in here because I'm always putting a tablespoon of sugar in here. And this bug we've had now a little bit over a year, or right at a year, maybe. When did we start? Yeah, probably about a year. So I'm always adding sugar and ginger to this and water. And when I tried it, I was like, oh my God, I thought it would be so sweet. But the fermentation process is eating it up. It takes about 5 to 7 days to make your ginger bug. Now the ginger bug is good for the gut. We need that. We need fermented foods and drinks for gut health. So this is very good for the gut. You can take a tablespoon of this every day You can make soda with it every day. I know a lot of people say, but the sugar. Well, the sugar, the fermentation process needs something to eat so it can live, and that's why we feed it sugar. You can use honey. We've never used honey to make our sodas. We just use sugar because, again, the fermentation process gonna eat it up. So it's very healthy for the gut. So after you got your ginger bug straight, and remember it's gonna take 5 to 7 days. You know, you want to be patient with it. Make sure it's bubbling. Got some nice bubbles up there. Feed them. Stick them in the refrigerator. I say give it a day or two, and then try to open the top. When you open your ginger bug, open it slow. Because sometimes it'll look like, oh man, it ain't doing nothing. Then a few minutes later, it'll start foaming and backing out of there. When you take the cup out, do you feed it? No. When you take the cup out of ginger bug, which is just your liquid, you want to feed it 1 to 1. 1 cup of ginger, 1 cup of sugar. So I don't think stevia leaves would work because it's gonna go through a fermentation process. So you got to feed the fermentation, and the stevia leaves won't work for fermentation. Will it sweeten it? Yeah. So I had to start all over, making it again now. Okay, Jennifer. So just right now, since you're starting all over, just add your 3 tablespoons of ginger and your 3 tablespoons of sugar and 2 cups of water, distilled water. And then, hey, Karen, mix it up, put a cloth top over it, set it to the side. And I would do that for about 5 days. But when you feed it in 24 hours, start feeding it just 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Cover it up every 24 hours. By day 5 or 6, you should be able to put a top on it, stick it in the refrigerator. Don't overthink it. You know, it's just one of them things that one day you'll do it and it's going to be like, oh man, what was I doing wrong? They just funny acting sometimes. I did it already, going to be better now. Okay, yeah, so it is very simple. And then feed it like once every 2 weeks at least. They say once a week. I feed mine like once a month, and it does great. You started kombucha too. Yeah, and we'll talk about kombucha probably next week because I do need to make more kombucha. And of course, you start that with my Scobie Hotel sitting back there. You start that kombucha with the Scobie. If you don't have a Scobie, you just get plain kombucha from the store, and that's how you start that. And we'll talk about that next week. So once you get your bug going good, so glad I'm feeling better. Yeah, sometime in a little while I feel like I need to go take a nap. Let me just go to sleep. Ginger bug recipe is in the book. Kombucha also is in the book because fermented foods, again, are good for the guts. We don't have to take all that junk, y'all. I'm telling you, they be trying to give us a bunch of junk. Even our dogs. They love those treats so much. It's hard to make treats and think they're going to go back to normal. I told them yesterday, Nala and Trudy got to fighting after I gave them treats. And I said, what them little treats did? Gave y'all some puppy power? Like, y'all tripping. They were going crazy. I was like, Lord Jesus, I had to fuss at these children one more time. So after you get your bug made, it's simple. When you're making soda, all you have to do is make your tea. Basically, that's all this was tea. Have a question. Somewhere that oregano oil is good for, forgot, stir it up in the cabinet. I can't see all of it, but oregano oil, you can forget it for a long time and it should be good. As long as there's no water in there, it shouldn't go rancid. So it should be good. I think that may be what you asking me. New Money Honey. I like that name. New Money Honey. So it should be good. Oregano oil is great for a whole lot of things. So if you have a rash, an earache, some type of skin issues, like oregano oil is great. You can also drink it. and it'll help you. This is basically just tea. This is root beer. So when I make root beer, I use a bunch of different herbs. I use sassafras, saffron, dandelion, licorice, star anise, with your time. What else do I use? Cinnamon, ginger, and I use molasses because I don't like to use a lot of sugar when I'm making ginger ale. Root beer, because I don't want to take away from the taste. So the molasses help give it this root beer taste also. The difference in when I make this one, which is, it's not complicated, but it's different than making like root beer, ginger ale or something. I did share the root beer. I can post it again. I do need to post it again. I don't sell root beer. I don't sell it. But what I do is I'll take like 3/4 of a gallon of water. You can do a half a gallon of water. And how long do you let oregano oil sit before you can use it? I would say at least I would let it sit at least a good month. But if you need it, I would at least 2 weeks. I would try to let it sit about 2 weeks. And you can always put it on the stove and double boil it and warm it up some. But I like to let mine sit. Mine has been sitting probably for a few months. And I still got my oregano in my oil. When I need oregano oil, I just get a little oil out of it. But I just let it sit and sit. If it get low, I'll add some oregano to it and add some oil to it and let it keep sitting. Long as you have no water in it, it should be good. When I make my root beer, what I do is I'll boil my half a gallon of water. I'll boil my ginger and my cinnamon sticks. I'll boil those for about 20 minutes. And then all of my root herbs, I'll put them in a bag because it's easier to fish them out. I'll put all my root herbs in a bag and I'll let that steep. Hey, Cousin Kayla. I'll let that steep for about 20 minutes. I don't like to boil my roots because sometimes it'll make them bitter. So, and that's root beer. But I would make something simple first, like ginger. All you need is ginger and water and sugar. Especially in the winter, when those colds are running around, we should be brewing our fire cider so we can take that. September roll around, we need to be taking fire cider. When the temperature start changing, you want to take a tablespoon of fire cider every day. But something good to have around is ginger ale. That is real ginger ale, y'all. It's real ginger ale. You can feel that ginger healing you like almost instantly. So with ginger ale, it's a lot easier. All you need is ginger, sugar, and water. I made strawberry lemonade soda. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All the flavors that you can play with these drinks. Pineapple hibiscus. I don't think I found a combination yet that pineapple hibiscus. It's just so good. I didn't strain it. What are the benefits? So look into the benefits of oregano oil. It's a ton of benefits. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate you. It's a ton of benefits. A ton. It's good for some of everything. But a few weeks ago or so, I think it was in January. Was it in January when I had that stomach bug, food poisoning, whatever it was? My stomach was messed up and I was like, oh my God, I got everything in here except ginger ale. So that made me feel like I should always have soda sitting around, because once you sick or feel bad, you don't feel like making this stuff. All you want to do is lay in the bed. These sodas will stay pretty good for 3-4 weeks. 5 weeks you might be pushing it. in the refrigerator. It's capped off really well. I usually don't drink a whole soda at one time. I'll drink some and then I'll cap it back down and put it in the refrigerator and it'll recarbonate. Now, I know a lot of people complain when they cap their soda down. When you cap it down, it's to build carbonation. So even though you want to use these pressure safe bottles, when you cap this down and it sit on the counter, these soda bottles, they can be found on our Amazon storefront. You can find the storefront also through, oh my God, what is it? Our website. Is that what's in it? So this bottle, Kayla, in this bottle is root beer. Bobby like root beer floats. Even though I'm gonna make some ice cream. I mean, I'm gonna make cookies today. I think I'm gonna make Biscoff cookies. I don't know. I got a busy brain. Honey, I'm home. Huh? That's how Trudy act when Bobby walk in the house every time. I mean, it's only been a little bit over a year he been coming home, and Trudy do that every time. This is root beer. So booty, chill. Nala, chill. It's okay. These kids. This morning my brain was thinking to make cookies. You got a busy brain too? Oh my God. I had to clean my ceiling the other night when I opened my mango soda. Yeah. So when you open these, my niece and my mom and my nephew were here for our book launch party. And of course they wanted to try the soda. And, you know, it's too sweet for mom. But the kids were like, oh yeah. My nephew, he chugged it so fast. It was like, goodness, boy, did you taste that? But when they got ready to open, I was like, whoa. Let me show you how to open a homemade soda. I said, because y'all ain't about to have soda all over the ceiling. But you have to open it slow. Because it's gonna shoot out. So if you take your time and release it slow and lock it back down, give it time to calm down, release it slow, you don't have any problems. But if you cap this down, lock it down and let it sit on the counter, it's going to build and build and build pressure. You know, pressure busts pipes. It's just going to build pressure inside that bottle. Eventually, we've never had any issues because by day 2, I'm putting ours in the refrigerator because you can overcarbonate it. You can't drink it. It's going to all just overflow out. Once you lock it down, within 24 hours, for us, sometimes 6 hours, I need to go ahead and stick them in the refrigerator so it can calm down. How long do you think is good for? I would say at least 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, these sodas are good. Now, this one I just made yesterday, so I'm just fermenting right now. So my hand slipped off the top and there it went. Yep, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's like, let me help you. I'm fermenting right now, so I just got them sitting here to ferment. Once they finish fermenting, in about 2 days, I'll put a little bit of sugar in here just so that bug can have something to eat, and I'll go ahead and lock it down. But I watch these. When I lock these bottles down, I watch them really close because I'll burp one just to see how much carbonation in there. And if that one give me a whole lot of issues, I go ahead and stick them all in the refrigerator. That will stop the carbonation process. It won't stop it. It'll slow it down tremendously. Long as it's sitting out and warm, it's gonna keep feeding it. And it's gonna feed it, and it's gonna be overcarbonated to the point where it's just gonna make a mess. Yeah, AJ, Biscoff cookies, Lord. I think that's what I want to make. I want to make a copycat Biscoff cookie, like the crunchy cookie, and then I want to make a soft Biscoff cookie. So So yes, the recipe for root beer actually is in our book. I think it's in the book. Yeah, root beer should be in the book. The ginger bug, all of these recipes on Facebook and YouTube. We did a month-long study when we first started making sodas. We did a month-long study with making soda with store-bought juice, because you could just go to the store and buy some cheap juice like a Walmart juice or something, and hey, Heather's Kitchen, um and put bug inside that juice and it'll carbonate. Now, if you don't watch your tea when it's fermenting, it will turn into wine. If you don't want wine, be careful. You can get the kit where you can test it to see the alcohol level in there. If you want to make wine, let it go. But that store-bought juice turning to wine so quick, it's crazy. So we did do, I think it's a 3-part series you can find where we made all these different sodas using store-bought juice. And then I made ginger ale with ginger and sugar. So it's fun. It's a fun experiment to do and to be able to taste things, especially if you're the foodie type that like to taste different things in different stages. And we had fun playing with it. I ain't care for the wine because it was strong. And I'm talking like within 3 days, 2-3 days, it was strong. So do you keep your kombucha in the refrigerator over a year? So I do have kombucha in the refrigerator that's probably been in there now about 3 or 4 months and it's still good. So I do use kombucha brine. When I make my mayonnaise, I use the brine, some of the brine from the kombucha to lengthen the life of my mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is good for what? About 30 days? Maybe 30 days or so. When I add a little bit of kombucha to my mayonnaise, it's good for about 3 months. So I do use the brine to preserve some things. So it's good for so many things, that kombucha brine. That's before I set it in the refrigerator. I just get the brine out of my SoilFamily hotel and I add that to some of my homemade items so that it'll last longer. Like, we don't eat a lot of mayonnaise, but I'll get in this honey mustard stage, and Bobby will eat the honey mustard when the mayonnaise is homemade. He'll eat honey mustard, but we don't eat enough to where I need to make some and then it's going to go bad in 30 days. We might be able to eat a good amount within 3 months. So if I can make it last 3 months, I don't feel like I waste much of anything. So, and I feel safe with giving that mayonnaise to our chickens instead of just tossing it. Juice turn in the wine in 2 days. Ooh, that juice will turn into wine so fast. It's crazy, but it's a fun experiment. So I wanted to come on, talk about the bug, because this is what you need to make fermented carbonated sodas at home. Start SoilFamily. I started my SoilFamily. I made my SoilFamily with the store-bought kombucha. So, and all I did was I made like a gallon or half a gallon of tea. I sweetened it real good, and I dumped the whole bottle of plain kombucha from the store in it. Put my cloth over it, and I set it back there. About 10 days or so, I had a real nice thick SoilFamily. So, and now I got about 20 pounds, 30 pounds of SoilFamily back there because the hotel is just filling up. So now we have talked about making the ginger bug. Now another way you can do soda is you can make this tea, whether it's root beer, ginger ale, pineapple, hibiscus, mango. You can make whatever kind of tea you want, which is just boiling your fruit, your herbs to make your tea. You can add, you want to sweeten it with honey, you can use stevia or whatever, and then you add carbonated water to it, like a club soda or something to it. I've never tried that. We like the fact of fermenting and making our own gut health fermentation fermented drinks. So, but I know there's another way to be able to do it without this process. But I love the process. So, um, how long will the ginger bug last? Um, do you store it and feed it like the SCOBY? Yes, you can keep the SCOBY forever. The SCOBY is good forever as long as you take care of it. Meaning you just need to feed it some sweet tea every now and then. I don't feed mine sweet tea, but maybe every 3 or 4 months. But it's a big hotel, so they living well back there. They are all healthy. The ginger bug will last forever. It's just like y'all ever heard people talk about they got a 100-year-old sourdough starter? Well, as long as you feed it and take care of it, it'll last forever. You just gotta and pass it down. It'll last forever. They just gotta keep feeding it, keep it clean, keep it safe from bacteria and harmful things, and it'll last forever. I store my ginger bug in a refrigerator. The only reason why this top ain't buckled is because I released the pressure off here. Most of the time when I take it out the refrigerator, I need to give it a new top because the top will buckle because it's trying to get out. My SCOBY is fine back there on the counter. It's just covered up with a cloth, and I got rubber bands around it to keep the nets and anything from trying to get in it, because stuff will try to get in your fermentation. This is why you want to make sure you got some well knitted cloth over it so nothing can get in it. These things are fun. If you have an event or something coming up, like the holidays are basically right around the corner, making something like sodas are fun for your guests. When you have a small gathering, you can make these sodas for your guests to have as a drink. I think it's fun. I love seeing people react to yeah, let me see that, Jennifer. Because you made a sourdough that you don't have a discard or something. I think that's what you were telling me. How you do your sourdough? I don't know. I can't keep up with the sourdough. I like seeing people react to how homemade soda tastes. They love it. Like my mother-in-law, she be wanting to steal the bottles, and I always tell her, you can only get a refill if we get our bottle back. And she be like, oh, last time we were at her house, and I said, we need our bottle. We had a bottle of ginger ale, and she didn't want to get a bottle up. She wanted the bottle. I said, well, you can't get a refill if you don't give us our bottle. And she got up and went in the kitchen and got the bottle. We still got it. So, got to be careful because she might listen one day and be like, oh yeah, about my soda. So the SCOBY is what we use to make kombucha. We don't like store-bought kombucha. It's actually disgusting. I ain't found one I like yet. So that's what we use to make kombucha is the SCOBY. Mister, you coming over here?
Good morning, fam. Hope everybody's having a beautiful morning.
Cholesterol has lowered since drinking those sodas. My doctor said, keep doing what I'm doing. Let me tell you our health issues. Hey, Soil brother. They tell you sodas are bad for you, bread is bad for you, this is bad for you, sweets are bad for you, pasta is bad for you, all this stuff is bad for you. Everything in moderation, I'm going to say, but what's bad for you is the store. The chemicals and the preservatives. It's not so much of the soda, because you can make it yourself at home. It's the chemicals and the preservatives that are bad for us. So if we can cut out the chemicals and preservatives, your health will do different things. Your body will start saying, because you know that the body is designed to heal itself. But because we put so much foreign material in it, the body is like, what in the hell is that? I don't know what that is. But
A lot of people
okay.
don't know that because a lot of people don't. I mean, people don't cook anymore like they used to. But people that cook, I think they absolutely know that it's only bad because the people that make it got to put it in the store on the shelf.
Mm.
Everybody know who bakes, know that they cannot put a honey bun nowhere for 2 days.
And it still
not
be good.
Yeah, it's still be fresh. So how's a store putting it in a little thin wrapper and putting it on the shelf for months?
Yeah, what is
and
that?
It's still good.
So think about that. What is that? If it's preserving that food like that, what is it doing for your stomach, to your body? So it's just like a lot of people, like when I broke my back, they wanted to put some foreign object in my back. And I was like, no. Just go ahead and take that fragment out that I broke. And like when I talked to the doctor about the surgery, they were like, we can put this sponge here to take up for this space that we're going to take out. And I was like, no, I don't want no foreign object in my body. But that was years ago, 12, 13 years ago. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I consume so many foreign objects so much all the time. Like all of this junk that they putting in our food, that's what's making us sick. So it's over there. It should be. I use it to season the chicken. Oh, okay. So once you start, and let me tell y'all, because a lot of people are new here, when I say start backing up from the store, I don't mean just quit the store. We're a little crazy over here, and we'll do things like that. Give yourself some grace, because we are all human. If you say, I'm going to stop doing this and stop doing that altogether, 9 times out of 10, you're going to start doing it again, and it's going to be worse on you. So cut back. Like Bobby and I still go out to eat sometimes. We choose our restaurants. We pick and choose where we want to go and eat. We enjoy life. If we want, I don't drink much, really. Bobby want to have a drink, we going to go have a drink. But in moderation, compared to some people live off of restaurant food. Some people, and just give yourself 30 days. If you eat out all the time, say, let me try this for 30 days and see how I feel. Cut out restaurants for 30 days. If you choose to go somewhere, I know birthdays, anniversaries come up, and I be looking forward to Ruth Chris on my birthday. So, and Bobby's birthday. I think we both eat good, real good on our birthdays. It's like, okay, it's your birthday, we're going to go eat. But we both look forward to that. If you choose to eat out, let it be somewhere where you're going to pay for your meal. Give yourself 30 days. See how your body feels. Making those changes. Make small changes. You don't even have to go 30 days. Just say, I drink 3 sodas every day. Let me cut back to 1. I eat loaf bread. Look, we bought bread during the storm. I heard every day. I was making Bobby sandwiches because I said, we got this bread. I ain't going to throw it away. I'm going to use this bread. Then I'll make some bread when this bread done. Every day. What did I hear?
I don't want this bread. I want you to make some bread.
I don't like that bread.
Once you get used
I don't like this bread.
Once you get used to eating homemade bread, eating that bread at the store, I don't know. It's kind of tastes like paper, styrofoam. That's unfulfilling.
Bobby
it's
said,
not real food.
Every day when I told y'all, we talk all the time when he be at work and he be on the phone like, I don't like this bread. I don't want this bread. And I'm like, babe, we only had the bread to get through the storm. And then we went in Sam's Club, I guess, to walk around, because that's what we do. I needed toilet paper. And as soon as I turned by the bread, he said, I don't want that bread. I want baked bread. And I'm like, what? He said, I don't want that bread. I said, I ain't come down here for the bread. That's knowledge. That's I ain't come down here for the bread. So cutting back on something. Bread. Make your own bread. Try it. We'll make bread so y'all can see. So y'all can see that's how easy it is. Make your own bread and use honey. Because now Bobby like, I don't want sugar in my bread. I want honey. These are healthy changes. And what happened is his body now appreciate the good stuff. Where at first all it knew was everything from the store. Now it's like,
I'm gonna tell you guys, you know, I went most of my life not having no issues. Now, I always worked out. You know, I've been doing this for 30, 40 years.
50-something years.
And I ate like a bodybuilder, you know, not in deficit. I ate to grow. And, you know, I got to a certain age, which is this age, and my blood pressure just started like, boom, you know. It came with age. It came with my lifestyle. And just like that, you know, now they say my blood pressure high.
Bread trauma.
So I got on the same herb regimen that my wife was on, and my blood pressure is excellent now.
Yeah.
So if you don't think these herbs work, you're in for a surprise. I mean, if you are taking blood pressure medicine, you just owe it to yourself.
Yes.
To stop putting all that damage on your body, start spending all that money, and
Hey, Tracy.
get your blood pressure in check
I'm telling
without all that mess.
Your health is your wealth. I know people say it costs too much to eat healthy. It costs too much. I'm telling y'all, back in the days, even though I ain't that old, they lived off milk. I heard it was a milk recall, plant-based milk recall. Milk that the milkman dropped off on the doorstep. They lived off a bag of flour, a bag of sugar, simple things. Simple things. We are just spoiled and conditioned, and until we decide to retrain our mind that this is not how life is supposed to be, God provided us with everything to live and survive.
Yeah, just remember, guys, you know, man, they're just making stuff to combat the issues that they're causing.
Yep.
So they're putting all the stuff in our food that's causing our bodies to react a certain way, and creating other stuff so our body can survive off, you know.
Yeah.
So just, I mean, y'all got to think
just
for
making
yourself,
money.
and if you're not cooking, if you don't know how to cook, start learning how to cook.
It's no such thing as not knowing how to cook. It's too many videos. Let me tell y'all, because I pull up
The simplest thing.
Make It Happen, Mr. Make It Happen real quick. If I want to figure out something, I'm like, oh, let me go see how Mr. Make It Happen, or somebody cook this. It's so many videos out here that will walk you through step by step by step. Kimmy's Creation, One Stop Shop. All these people, they are creators. They can give it to you real fast. They'll break it down. Go to YouTube, look at their videos, and take your time. If you don't like something, I don't like onions, but I cook with them because now I done learned that it's the flavor. Take your time and cook something. Sometimes it's better to do it when you're home alone. You ain't got nobody in your ear. If you mess up, trash it, try again. It's okay. Compost it. It's okay. We all mess up. I still mess up.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna be blunt. If you're not cooking and you eating all your meals out, you sourcing all your meals out to these fast food restaurants, you're going to die way earlier than you should.
And the sad part is you're going to suffer and your family going to suffer.
Yes. It's going to happen way faster than it should. Period. That's just all to it. You know, because that stuff, your body is not designed to take in and deal with all that stuff they put in that food. They get in big boxes of frozen patties and all the stuff, and you don't know what's in it. You don't know what they got to preserve it. How is the stuff lasting the way it is? I mean, we all know that you can cook some, you can get some french fries for these fast food restaurants, and they can survive in your car.
They all,
forever.
everybody got a french fry under their chest that still look nice and fresh.
And how's your body dealing with that?
It is convenience, and that's what they know they got us at, because we ain't got time to do things. So that's what they know they got us at. That's why I said, you know, we got to do things for ourselves. Ain't nobody gonna change that but us. Jamway, what's your business page? You got cooking videos on there? That's what we need. We need people to teach us how to cook. A lot of people didn't grow up in households where people cook. Those grandparents, they cooked back in the days. You knew how to cook. You knew what real chicken tastes like. You knew what real food tastes like.
And that's what our channel and channels like Janway, if you got videos on there that show people how
to cook.
That is excellent.
Yeah.
You know, people to teach people how to grow and all the stuff. So I mean, that information is gone.
Yeah.
With our older generation, and if somebody is not spreading it, it's gonna be gone forever.
Yeah.
So we gotta let these kids know that there's a different way. You have a choice. You can choose to be,
Wow,
you know, lazy and unhealthy.
Yeah,
and,
it's a choice.
Yeah.
You have that choice.
Yeah, you could be sickly and that. Because believe me, you're gonna get older, and your body is going to show you exactly how you treated it. You know, so all you have to do is stop eating, you know, sourcing so many of your meals out, and that will change your health so much.
Yeah.
Like other people say they go to other countries and they eat and they just automatically lose weight.
I was just reading, I just saw that this morning. This girl had her baby in, was she in Japan? She was somewhere out of the country, had her baby. She said she ain't never coming back because the food overseas is so much different. She said, I don't want my baby growing up thinking that these things are cool or is good. So we decided to live our life here because it's a healthier lifestyle. And that's the truth. I told one of our friends is in the UK right now, and she said that it was a difference in the double cream and the whipping cream that we have in the United States. She said the double cream got a higher fat content. She said, but the double cream got a higher fat content, so she was worried about it not being healthier. Mm-hmm. I said that's healthier. Mm-hmm.
People look at fats as being unhealthy. Fats, depending on the source, is good, and you need fats for everything. For your brain to even work correctly, you need fats.
You need fats.
So don't let people think that, you know, make you think that just because something say they got fats in it,
that is unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
Your brain definitely need that. When you cut out fats, that's when you start forgetting. You get confused, dementia, Alzheimer's, all that stuff set in. So you definitely need fats. That cholesterol, don't let them tell you, oh, it's the fats. No, with your cholesterol, it's the starch. Mm-hmm. Bread, crackers, rice.
Some potato. Young people gonna care about this, and
you're welcome, Janway.
They're not gonna never have to suffer with none of this stuff because they're gonna go ahead and correct as much of it as they can. But believe me, us folks that's getting up, we already noticed that thing's starting to act up, and we trying to fix it.
So what I always say, Alana said, was stationed in Germany, and the food was so much better. Came back stateside and cried. Our foods here is killing us. Mm-hmm. So I always say, if you don't do nothing else, research foods in other countries compared to foods here. I know Snoop Dogg did a video about some of the foods in Paris compared to the United States. He ain't like none of the food in Paris, but he loved it. He said, I don't even like Krispy Kreme donut, but, you know, they got this scone with jelly on it. He ain't like that. He'd rather had a Krispy Kreme. Well, that's because we conditioned. But that biscuit or that scone with jelly on it is way more healthier than that little bite of donut you ate. But compare the foods overseas to the foods here and see why these people are healthy and they have free health insurance. They don't need it.
You will find that most of the foods here and the preservatives are outlawed in these other countries. Yep. They're not allowed to sell or, you know, buy any of that stuff.
Yep.
Because it's so unhealthy.
It's so unhealthy. They want people healthy. Yep. Not here.
And we
even
got
the cosmetics.
We got all this crap in our food, and our healthcare is skyrocketing. Ooh. Well, it seems like one hand washing the other with that, right?
Yeah.
We are just customers that being forced to be able to have to, you know, utilize these, you know, hospitals because of the food that we are being forced to eat.
Hospitals running over. It's crazy. Like, I don't even remember. I always talk about when I was younger. I don't remember people being sick. I don't remember, you know, not saying people didn't get sick because people got sick. But not like you hear about it now. You, like, grandma wasn't walking around crying about her aches and pains and arthritis and high blood pressure. And I ain't know nobody that had cancer when I was little. Nobody. I don't know. Like, it's so common now. It's sad. Hey, Reba.
And you would think, because cancer becoming the big thing, we know that cancer is being fed by all these chemicals that's being put in our food. Why not get rid of the food, the chemicals that they put in the foods? Mm-mm. Stop allowing these big corporations that's giving all this money to our politicians to allow them to put anything in our foods.
It's not God's way. It's man's way. And all we doing is making them money. It's all about money, sadly. All about money.
Think about all these people who lost loved ones for things that could have been easily fixed.
Yep.
How about telling this person that's being diagnosed with cancer, I need you to eat this way. I need you to juice everything and not eat no kind of sauced out food, and do this for as long as you're going through this situation, and you got a way better chance of surviving.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying the only way you can survive is to go and put all these chemicals in your body.
My chat stopped. I'm like, Facebook
That's
ain't
YouTube?
saying YouTube. I was like, YouTube ain't saying nothing. I'm sorry, YouTube. I forgot that the chat will stop over here. I don't know why. And I always need my husband as backup. But the moral of the story, y'all, we can do better. Stop letting them make us feel like it's inconvenient to make our own products. It is so much fun. And bring your kids in there. Like, if my grandkids were here, because the kids grown, even though I would have them in the kitchen too. Nephews, nieces were here, even though a lot of them are grown too. But I'm going to say grandkids. If our grandkids were here, they would be in the kitchen with us, with me.
So,
especially the little girls making cookies today.
can't say me either. I was older before I heard those things.
Yeah.
People being sick and the cancers. I know it was around, but I think it was mostly skin cancer from being outside in the sun without any SPF.
So yeah, that's what they say. But then if you put SPF on, guess what? You just made it worse.
So it's got to be a natural way for sunblock, but yet, or minimize the amount of time that you're in the sun.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Protect yourself.
That's the thing.
This is a ginger bug. That's what we were talking about for gut health. Ginger bug. So this is Bruce. They very calm today because I opened them yesterday. Well, I opened them the other morning. I opened them day before yesterday on live. Bruce did good, but Marianne exploded on us.
So when they said, I heard people going overseas and saying that they ate the same amount of food they usually eat at home when they lost weight.
Exactly.
Everybody eating the same.
Eating the same, but healthier. So this is why it's good to learn to make your own foods, because you can control the contents. You can control what's in your food. Truth, I'm no longer diabetic, no processed foods. I'm telling you. I told Bobby, like seeing the recall of boar's head, like that's one of our top meat, deli meat. Boar's head killing people? Come on.
So Mona Wright said that it's about the money, not about people.
It's all about
and
the
what's
money.
good for them.
Sad.
Correct.
It's all about money. Like that's why we keep, like, we make products. Don't get me wrong. We need money to survive. We do make products so that we can survive and be able to continue to do what we do.
So,
But we don't price our products so high to where people trying to figure out, golly, can I afford to make my own loaf of bread, or do I need this pain away oil? You should be able to afford to make enough batter products for bread that'll last you 2 or 3 months and purchase our pain away oil. It's free shipping and it's affordable and it's all natural. So it's not going to cause another issue down the line. So, you know, with them, it's just going to pacify. It's causing more issues, and you're going to pick and choose because you can't afford to do it all. That's when those GoFundMes come up to help people get through health scares, and it's ridiculous.
Like, I mean, we're not scientists. So there's no doubt that scientists know how to do, well, we are self-proclaimed. Because there's no way, that scientists don't know that there are ways to resolve these issues that we have without those meds.
Well, they know what that good book say. They know that he provided everything for us.
Well, you know, scientists don't go off of that, but they know better. You know, but they create it. So Kimberly Clem, she said doctors never talk about nutrition, only drugs. And that is so true. But you got to understand also that doctors are not trained to talk to you about that.
And
they
they
only
don't
talk about what the medications are.
and they don't want to get sued.
And that's exactly. So if they haven't been taught that, they can't talk about it because something go wrong. People want to point the finger. Now, they medical lawsuits ain't gonna help.
They don't. The government don't want us to know. This is why we have these conversations. The pain oil has brought me great relief. Thank you, Sharon. The government don't want us to know, and they don't want us to spread information like this. But we gonna keep on because we should have each other back.
And that pain oil, guys, we are actually really, really, really proud of that because it's been a game changer for so many people.
Yeah.
The price is excellent for, you can have that thing for a long time because it don't require much to actually stop your pain.
Yeah,
and it stops it almost instantly.
Don't be greasing your knees with Shawnee said.
But a lot of people say that it has brought the quality of life back for them. They couldn't really walk. They can walk pain-free now. So if you got pain in your legs and your knees and all that, how can you exercise? So being able to operate without a whole bunch of pain will allow you to lose weight, which will then allow your body to not be so hard on your joints. So it's amazing. We love it and we're proud of it, and we're gonna keep on shouting it because
Good morning,
we want
Suzanne.
as many people to know about it as possible.
Yeah, they always want to give you.
If you're not dependent on drugs,
Yeah.
and you want to actually not be in pain, you don't need the high that comes from using the drugs, then you won't love the pain away.
I sent some to a friend. She sent me a message this morning. She said, I'm going to my P.O. box, like ASAP. When you see people in pain, it's like, man, let me try that. When I got together with my homegirls a couple weeks ago, I took Louisa, was it Louisa, a bottle of pain away oil? Everybody was rubbing pain away oil on it. And we were sitting there just talking, and I'm like, so how your hip feel? How your back feel? And they were like, oh, I forgot that it was even hurting. And I'm like, oh, I was just checking because, ain't nobody said nothing no more about the aches and pains.
It's a strange effect, ain't it?
It's strange.
Everybody, and people who don't be nowhere near each other, don't talk to each other, don't know each other, they just forget that they're not in pain no more.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you not? Just realize I'm not hurting.
Yeah.
I've been hurting this way for years. Now all of a sudden I'm not. How do I just not notice it? That's a weird thing.
So Wanda said, what do you recommend for neuropathy? So pain away oil is great for neuropathy, but if you have castor oil, like I pour castor oil I put it on a napkin. So say this is my napkin. I would saturate this with castor oil and then sprinkle cayenne pepper on it. Give it a few minutes, let it soak in, 10, 15 minutes, let it soak in. And then I put it on the bottom of my foot. I did that for about 4 or 5 days. My neuropathy went away. And I do it once a month so it'll stay away. I bought pain away oil back in April. I still have half the bottle left because my husband and I use it every day, especially on our feet for neuropathy. So yeah, Dolly just said it's good for neuropathy.
Yeah,
Doctors
so you
keep
buy
us
it at one
warm.
time and it lasts you a long time. It's unlike all these medications. For one, it's not going to hurt you.
Yeah, it's
And
all
two,
natural.
Like you're going to be able to use that thing for a long time.
Yep, and you can use it on your pets, your kids. It's safe. It's all natural.
So Mona writes that yes, it can. We can do better. I already have.
Good.
I'm showing people how to do better.
Good. That's it. Once you learn how to do better, teach people. I know people say I ain't a teacher. I don't know nothing. You know, because you are a living testimony. And when you do things yourself, you should go and spread that word that, hey, and it may not work, and let them know. It may not work as good for you or as quick, or it might work quicker, but you don't know until you try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Let me tell you what this smart lady, Patricia Pascal, she said, take this man's advice now before it's too late. Take charge of your health, stop following, and just go on along with the sheep. Be a leader, educate others, save lives.
That's right. God will bless you. God will bless you. We can I said one day, it kind of irked my nerves, and I know people got to make money. I know. But it kind of hurt my nerves when somebody will say like, "Oh, here are the benefits of
What's up, Indiana
um,
Jackson?
ginger," and then you go in the comments to see what the benefits are or whatever, and they say, "Click this link so you can get the benefits," and then you got to pay $19.99 for the benefit. Like, what? Come on. Look, God put this information here not for us to be selfish or stingy or act like we better than, or he put this information here, then installed it in us to pass the word.
Talia Davis Baker said, it's never been about patients transitioning off meds. They just want to add more.
That's it.
Exactly. It's a
That's
business.
it. It's a business.
They forcing you to be customers because if you don't know no better,
That's all
you
you
think
gonna
that's
do.
the only way I can survive anything that's going on with me.
Yeah, and they know when you desperate for relief or you scared for your life, they know you gonna do what it takes. I don't care if I got a
Kimberly want
bag,
to know if
borrow,
you
and
have a
steal.
recipe for ginger.
Ginger ale.
I'm assuming that what she means.
Yeah, we do have a recipe for ginger ale on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know. Oh, you on YouTube? So yeah, we do have a recipe for ginger ale. So, all right, y'all. I need to run.
Get rid of the processed food.
Yep.
I was
We can do
diagnosed
better.
with type 2 diabetes. I did not take any medication, just diet and exercise. And now I'm no longer a diabetic. Hallelujah. You are right. Do you use bread machine? Kimberly? No.
No, I don't even know how they work. Well, somebody and Dale told me how they work, but I ain't never used a bread machine. I do use a mixer now.
So Karen said, guys, the products are on the website at www.blackstropical.com.
Thank you,
They are
Karen.
all amazing.
Thank you, Cameron.
Not paying away all this magic.
Yes, it is.
Talia said, that is awesome. Morning. Good work. You are definitely ahead of the game.
Put it on my knee when we sing. Oh, yeah. So remember we saw Dolly at Petals, and I put Pain Away all on her knee. She said I was good for the rest of the day. She was ready to dance then. Yes, so good. Hey, Lala. So all right, y'all. I got a pretty busy day. As long as the sun stay in, I can get some stuff done because it get hot in here quick. We got banana blossoms and Gold Cola in the freeze dryer getting ready to come out. There go Andale.
So
She heard us talking about.
Daisy Girl said, I started using magnesium spray on my body and the pain has been under control. And there's some things you can do to even bring it more so. So magnesium is amazing.
Yes.
We all need it. But there's other things. If you having pain, there are things you can do to actually alleviate that pain.
Yeah, and magnesium is a big one. Magnesium and the wild yam cream. Ask Andale how she know.
So Donna Gant said, I love the pain away all.
Good.
I never want to be without it.
Good.
I really appreciate you guys, Tanisha. We appreciate you.
Yes,
Appreciate all of you.
We love and appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for everybody that hit the thumbs up, shared this out, shared a testimony, a story, or just help people. Because reading y'all comments, trust me, people read comments. They mean a lot to people. And when they see somebody say, like, I was diagnosed with diabetes and I didn't take the medicine, I controlled it with my diet, that will give somebody some hope that, wait a minute, I need to change my diet today.
I don't know how far back I am in the chat, guys.
Bobby is always like,
I learned all the foods.
Oh, sorry,
that cause
Melissa.
inflammation, and slowly and surely, I'm
wean
getting
them
rid
out.
of them.
That's right. A little bit at a time. That's what it takes.
I feel so much better in my joints.
Good, good. So we do sell a pain away oil at blackstropical.com. We do have a web store. It's called www.blackstropical.com, where we sell things like the wild yam cream for hormone imbalance, which is great for pain, magnesium body butter, which is great for pain, and other things.
So
Wow.
talk about the wild yam for a minute, because we had some amazing testimonies with the wild yam.
Pain away oil. We got cayenne salve, soaps, all these good things. What's good for good alternative diabetes is your diet. It's just your diet. So the wild yam cream, most women, we go through these change of life where we have issues, whether it's your moods, hot flashes. When I say mood, we be angry. I guess that's what men call it. We be tripping. Hot flashes. Oh, the book is also available at Blacktropicalhomestead.com. Oh, yeah, they'll get it. So the wild yam cream is good for things like skin tags, vaginal dryness, ED, low sperm count, heavy menstrual cycles, irregular menstrual cycles, painful menstrual cycles, all these issues, menopause issues, pain itself, all of these are caused by a hormone imbalance. And most of the time they want to, if you go to the doctor and they say, okay, yeah, your hormones are off, we can put you on this hormone treatment therapy thing, whatever. And the main ingredient to that is wild yam. So we started growing wild yam, make our own cream. We do combine these wild yam, chasteberry, ashwagandha, and we infuse them in castor oil, and we make a cream that you're supposed to use every day to help bring your hormones back in balance. All natural. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt your pockets, but it does help your lifestyle tremendously. Also, men need it also. So for women and for men, we all our hormones are off balance. I always say, even with our kids, if you took birth control or the things we eat, like deficient in magnesium, and our hormones are off, all of us. When they say your child is ADHD and they want to put them on Ritalin and all these different medicines, just go home and spray some magnesium on the bottom of their feet. It'll help them tremendously. And then you won't have to give them these pills. How many times a day should we apply wild yam cream? Twice a day. So I do wild yam cream once in the morning and once at bedtime. I do that for 3 weeks. The week that you menstruate, you have a cycle, I would take that week off. I take off the week of the 21st. So from the 21st until the 1st of the month, I don't use my wild yam. I just use it from the 1st until the 21st, twice a day. Men use it every single day. They don't need a break. Once a day. Keep them in check, because they be tripping too. I'm just saying.
Starlight, what's up? Welcome to the chat.
Yes.
And Mona, we are glad that you're here. So you finally just caught a chat.
We appreciate you. My chat always stops, so if you ever live with me on YouTube and I'm not saying anything to YouTube, it's because I'm thinking the last comment I see is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, so
we were talking about scobies.
I think somebody asked, did you follow Dr. Barbara O'Neill?
I do. Dr. Barbara O'Neill, she's not a doctor. I follow Barbara O'Neill. I follow Dr. Bobby Price.
That's what they asked about.
Yeah.
So everything is a learning. And, we don't just jump on anything, because if we hear something, it has to make perfect sense. We have to do more investigation.
Yep.
And we have to try.
Yeah, that's what this book is all about.
We have to try all the stuff. And we don't talk about it unless we know.
For sure.
And the stuff that we sell in our store, we don't sell everything. Because if we can teach you how to make it, and it's easy to do,
we're going to do that.
We're going to just tell you how to do it.
Plus, we can't make everything, y'all. These products, like, we grow, and then eventually we're going to get to the point where we can't keep up because we can't grow enough to keep making enough. So all these things are homemade. It takes us 2-3 days to make some of these products. Now we got paint away oil down pat. It still take time because we got to extract the oils, we got to infuse the oils, and we got to melt the butters and wait for them to solidify, and then we got to mix them. It's a whole process. So we don't try to make everything, but we try to make a few things that's going to be able to help somebody.
And it's amazing that, the trolls, they are so funny to us, right? Because,
she is a Dr. Alana. Yeah.
We actually come in here so sincerely and with the intention to add to people's lives, that some of the trolls actually be like, I came in here to troll, but I'm not. Y'all just too cool. But some people just don't care. They just gonna say all kind of stuff. So we got people in there trolling, and that's a part of it.
I just ignore them.
When you actually spreading positive, and trying to do good, you're trying to bring people together. Somebody, people gonna always come in and they're gonna try to divide. Yeah. But that's just a part of social media.
So we do need the snake bean. We eating snake bean tonight, but I do need to harvest snake bean today. I was gonna do it live, but I know I need to talk about the ginger bug, so I'm gonna get out there and get that done. That's why I'm gonna get off here, because we do have things to do. Bigger homestead, yeah. So whatever God got for us, if it's a bigger homestead, we are here for it. We are definitely here for it. We are thinking about we have been brainstorming some things like a retreat here in Savannah or the surrounding areas to host a couple people to spend the entire weekend with them, men and women, couples, because I have a husband. So just ordered my second order of yam cream. I'll get that out to you, Sherry. So we are brainstorming some things because most of all, we want to help as many people as we can. And it's cool for people to see that we are real people. This is real life, and this is how we live. Like if I showed y'all my kitchen table right now, you'd be like, what in the world? I got trombozine, squash, herbs everywhere, muskegee, eggs, quail eggs, ginger, chicken eggs, okra, all over the table. But that's what my kitchen table looked like. I watched Cooking with Brenda Gant this morning. I love watching her. I swear that lady. She got a video come out, I don't know, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I got to catch it every day. She was frying okra this morning, and I said, I should fry some okra. She was frying okra, and I was like, I don't like okra. But when I saw Brenda Gant frying that okra, I said, I'm going to cook Bobby some okra. Snake bean. I took my neighbor one yesterday. It was so funny because she the cake lady. That's the sweet cake lady next door. She said, I got cake for you. I grabbed a snake bean. I was like, okay, because I got something for you too. And the granddaughter, I think Mackenzie, like 5, 6, she opened the door. She was like, what's that? I said, at first she was like, hey, Miss Sherry. And then she looked over and saw that bean. She said, what is that? And I'm standing there with this big bean, and I said, your dinner? And she was like, I don't think I'm going to eat that. I said, where your grandma at? I knew she was like, why is she standing at my door with a bean with a snake? I said, Lord, I ruined this child. And then when my neighbor came, she was saying something about the cake. And when she came around the corner, she was like, oh my God. Is that the... I said, it's the snake bean. She was like, oh my God, that thing is huge. I was like, yeah, so this is your dinner. And she was like, yeah, this is my dinner. But just to see their reactions was hilarious because they don't see the snake bean trellises on the opposite side of the house. But to see it in person, it's like, woo, the baby said, that's a big, she said, I ain't never seen a bean that big before. I said, me neither. I think Jack dropped some seeds in our yard.
That's just a piece of one, right?
That's just a piece. I mean, both pieces are there. I'm going to cook it. But this is half of the snake bean. It's good. I'm going to saute it with some bacon. Ooh. And I'm going to fry some okra. Because Bobby got some sitting on the table. So that table is trifling right now. It got moringa, cayenne pepper, everything up there. It's crazy.
So we did harvest our moringa, a lot of our moringa.
And
freeze dried it. So we got a lot of that. We got some banana blossoms and some...
And they'll want one of them snake beans. I told her we have some. We're bringing the petals, but ooh, I looked out there today. I was like, let me cut these 5 down. And there's like 3 more that done set. I was like, for every one I cut down, another one has set. So
I'm excited that we have a whole lot of good cola this year.
Yes.
We got some of that freeze drying a couple trays, and we still got tons of it left.
Gotu kola is our brain herb. I usually make a container of Gotu kola once a week, and Bobby just sip on it every day. It is great. Your brain can be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing or what's going on. Take a sip of that, and then it's like, oh, that's what it was. That's like, what I'm doing.
If you get like a brain fog first thing in the morning where you're just not thinking all that clear, it's so crazy because you can actually feel it. Like and all I take is a sip. I just drink it back, and all of a sudden everything just start opening up. Like,
yeah.
Crazy.
She said, what in the world? I have never seen anything like that. I need some brain food. Yeah, we all do. What herb is that? It's called Gotu kola. We'll put out a video soon, a short video about that. Moringa, yeah, I just ate some. I go out there and pick the leaves off the tree and eat some. But what I did do is we need to make yogurt together. I made, never seen a snake bean before. Yeah, that thing is huge. It's just tea, Gotu kola, Guto cola.
So Desiree girl, any help that we can give, we're definitely trying to give. Grant you, we do have a decent amount of people that reach out to us, and we do a lot of stuff. So y'all got to be patient with us.
Yeah.
It's not that we're trying to ignore nobody or anything.
Did you eat your yogurt today? What was that?
Sleep.
Can you pass me one? So what I do is with our moringa, I make a yogurt, and what you do is when you have yogurt, keep the containers because it's the best place to put it. I make yogurt, and I'll take strawberries or pineapple, and I'll puree my strawberries or pineapple, the regular fruit, the fresh fruit, and I'll add chia, flax, and hemp seeds and moringa and a little bit of cayenne pepper to this in my puree. And then I'll mix my yogurt with it and put it in these little zip things, these like popsicle things, and stick them in the freezer.
Well, Denise, I want to thank you for becoming a tropical troop.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
And apparently Bobby eating them all while I'm asleep, because what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
I say the strawberry. The pineapple is good.
And a little honey. I did put honey in them.
I think you could have used a little more honey in the pineapple.
In the pineapple. Yeah, so they are good. And I teach y'all how we make those. Yogurt is a process. But, again, we need those gut healthy bacteria and food. So yogurt is one of them. Everything is better when it's homemade. Bobby like parfaits. I was like, oh, did you put the now that I'm talking about stuff, I'm thinking about it. Did you put the granola in the refrigerator?
No, yeah,
oh, it's still up there. Bobby liked parfaits, so I was like, how about I just take our yogurt, and I can make him a syrup with strawberries or pineapple. He want pineapple, which need to be cut. Freeze pops, yeah. So I can use yogurt, make him a syrup or a puree with the pineapple, and this is just oatmeal that I've roasted, and I put honey on it. I was worried about it not being crunchy, but it is crunchy. But I wanted it to be like little bits of
without it being crunchy, it's useless.
Yeah,
because you need that texture. That's the thing that actually makes it the best, is the fact the texture is crunchy
and
everything else is soft. They are good.
And
so honey makes the big difference in it.
Hot Rod said, "Oh, I like parfait too. Yeah, it's in our name." Bobby loves it. So I said, "We ain't buying that. When we go on Publix, he be looking."
I used to buy them from McDonald's, but I realize now how bad that probably was for me. But
this is good.
Yeah. put them. I think we should put them in the refrigerator because you keep opening them. I don't want them to get stale.
Okay.
Because real food guys don't last. They don't stay crunchy. They don't stay fresh. Not today.
That's what I was doing. But I don't want to keep opening it. So then I'm going to keep eating it.
So that's going to be really good with some fresh fruit, some homemade yogurt. It's going to be really good.
So I use oat. I just buy the big thing of oats. I use that even for our dogs.
So
we do have sea moss, which we don't use all the time. I should put it in our yogurt because we freeze dry it and then it lasts forever.
So that's the best thing, you put flavor, you put what you put, fruit? What you
Pineapple.
Yeah,
I did a pineapple and banana because Vet kept ordering.
Yeah, because those things taste amazing, and it actually lasts. So most people who make sea moss, they only last for a little while.
Yeah.
But we had ours for a year.
The granola, yeah, we can talk about it. They easy to make.
So Lovely Bee, we don't sell moringa. To those who knew, we are in the subtropical area, so we only can grow what we grow during the time of year where it's warm, and then everything dies back. But we do have a good season, so we're not in South Florida where we can have access to this stuff all year long. So we got to actually be able to put it up so we can actually have access to it all year long.
Yeah.
So if we don't have a ton of it and we use a lot of it, we don't sell it.
And sauce.
Like our cayenne pepper, we use so much cayenne because we use it in our products and we use it to take, for our blood pressure and all that. And we always got to have it.
Dog food, yes. So let me tell you what we do. When we only eat like one turkey a year. That's at Thanksgiving. Bobby, a rotisserie turkey. I will take the carcass. I keep everything. Because, of course, you want to make... That girl crazy.
Who are you talking to?
She want her daddy to come see her. That's how she at.
I'm coming.
I take the carcass, the bones, and I'll put it in the crock pot and make stock for like 3 days. I'll let that just sit and make stock. I pour the water off, the juice off of it because that's how I stock. I do freeze dry it because then I have made basically powdered stock that'll last forever. But even the bones, I grind the bones down. We do this with our rabbits, chicken, and turkey. I grind the bones down and I make, it's basically it's just freeze dried bones. But that's for the dogs, and that's what I use. Yesterday I dropped a video with dog treats. That's what I was using. The broth was the turkey bone from a turkey 2 or 3 years ago. But we got a big bag that we freeze dried and just give it to the dogs. We put it in their food.
And when I process our rabbits, I take, the hearts and livers and stuff like that, and we freeze dry them also for the dogs.
That's a good treat. Thor is the only funny acting dog we got. Thor ain't gonna eat anything. Like yesterday I had peanut butter and oat and all this stuff on my fingers, and he was smelling my fingers like, why your fingers stink?
So Mona want to know if you send out newsletters.
We do send out newsletters. Our newsletter just came out. You can join our our mailing list at blacktropical.com. But we do put out a newsletter. As a matter of fact, I think our next newsletter, we got some big information coming. We got some dates to release pertaining to SoilFamily Expo. I think that's in our next newsletter. So definitely check out blacktropical.com to get on that list.
Oh, so Karen did respond to that.
What's that?
About the newsletter.
Oh.
I'm scrolling, guys, and, I'm missing all kind of stuff.
Bobby like an hour behind. Yes, so we are found on all platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads at blacktropical.com.
So we need to make a tincture from Golden Coast, because somebody said just mentioned about tincture.
Oh, I didn't even think about a tincture.
Yeah.
We got a soursop tincture. We got a goldenrod tincture, which I didn't make a goldenrod. I did make a goldenrod tincture, but I had a goldenrod tincture from Andale Homestead. So I ain't even strained that yet.
The goldenrod tea is like, ugh.
Goldenrod.
It's okay when it's hot, but man, when that got too long.
Because what it did was it stopped those cramps
Hey,
real
it worked good,
fast.
but man, Jesus.
Because I was trying to pour salt down his throat. I'm like, he cramping up like crazy. Bobby was sitting in the living room like, I'm cramping. I'm like, I can't give you no more salt. I said, you know what? I got goldenrod tincture, and I made him some tea. Them cramps stopped instantly.
There's the ginger bug.
The book is $27.99. No, nope.
The ginger bug don't do that.
No, the ginger bug don't make it taste like ginger. Psoriasis of the scalp. I know I would, for psoriasis, I say coconut oil.
Karen, it was. That's gonna sound too good.
I infuse my coconut oil with, I put a little bit of cayenne. I mean, not cayenne. I put castor oil and a bunch of herbs in there like black seed, lemongrass, mint, rosemary, fenugreek. I put all that stuff. That will help with psoriasis too. How much is the book? The book is $27.99.
Yeah, so guys, if y'all new to the channel, we are authors.
That's so
we
funny.
wrote a book.
That's so funny. So okay, y'all.
That's sound and feel funny.
Let me go. My butter is room temperature now, so I can go and come back and make my cookies, make myself happy. Play in the kitchen for a little while before the sun come out.
She first on the go to Poland temperature since I suggested it.
Yeah, we get a lot of requests for tinctures. So all of our products, the only thing that is edible is like our freeze-dried candies. Tinctures, I need to check the laws to see what that look like. Because we get a lot of requests for tinctures. And I do have like soursop, elderberry tincture. We got a lot of tinctures, but we just don't sell them. We have a corn silk tincture. We just don't sell them. So
I didn't even think about it.
me neither. I thought about soursop because I was like, I don't ever want to run out of soursop. And I know a little bitty drop under our tongue is equal to. So, yeah, I will think about that. Yes, I need the tinctures. Okay, so we appreciate y'all and all of the views, the shares, the thumbs up. Look at Facebook. Look at YouTube. I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Because your phone got some weird stuff going on. Mine's still going. I don't even know if you clicked on something else. We appreciate all the views, the shares, the stars, the super chats, the new members, the testimonies, the conversations, all are amazing. Not only do you help us when you conversate, but you help others in the chat because they read your comments and they say, oh my God, I never thought about that. I can do that. And so with us, we are all human and we are learning every day. That's the beauty in community.
So if you haven't, guys, take time to like the video, put thumbs up. It helps the algorithm share this information out. And we want as many people as possible to be a part of our family, our community, where we try to be a benefit, a help to each other.
Yes.
So everybody here talking about what they do, how they do, and everybody can go and check them out and learn from them because we want all us to be able to learn from each other.
Yes. So I want y'all to have an amazing day. We want y'all to have an amazing day. Say a prayer.
Monica and Ziggy, where can I buy the book?
The book. Monica, you got my phone number. Send me a message, Monica. Blacktropical.com.
We done adopted, Ziggy as.
Poor Paul. Bobby said, tell Ziggy I said, what's up, a.k.a. Paul. We look forward to seeing all y'all. SoilFamily Expo is coming. The date will be released soon. We are working, trying to get things set up before we put the date out so that we need vendors. So if you want to be a vendor, make sure you keep your eyes open so you can get on that vendor list. We have more space this next year. It's going to be bigger and better.
Kimberly Reese want to know what's good for knee pain.
Pain Away Oil. Blacktropicalhomestead.com. Thor be killing me.
And
He's such a drama king.
Mona wanted to know if, you know,
What was
stuff
that?
that we talk about is in our book.
Yes, a lot of it is in our book. A lot of it is. As a matter of fact, our publisher just sent us a message this morning, and she said she need a meeting with us about book number 2. And I was like, what? Book number 2? That make my nerves bad. Okay.
So I give all the respect, the respect
to the
people,
authors.
to
Oh
people
my
who
God.
write books. You
Y'all are great. So y'all have a blessed day. We will continue to pray for us all. I mean, pray for Savannah as we are mending and drying up a little bit. So y'all have an amazing day. Do something you love today for somebody that you love. Ziggy. Oh. See, he had to come to Savannah to finally love that. He said that's a cool cat. So we love and appreciate y'all, and we hope y'all have an amazing day. But most of all, don't let nobody steal your joy. Peace. Peace. And this one, and this one. Okay, hit it again. Sure you want to stop?